Yeah, I'm gonna pull into this lot real quick.
Let's go. What's up, everybody? We are back. It's the Thursday night triple threat. Big Mike, Esteban in the house, Fed Rock in the house. What's up, fellas? Good evening.
What's going on?
Y'all pumped to what, man? SummerSlam.
Yes, sir.
SummerSlam 2020.
Let's go. I'm excited, man. That's the second best PLE of the year, and it's going to be exciting. Those matches are fire. We're going to talk about them for the entire episode, no matter how long it takes us to get there. We're going to get there. Even got some TNA in the background down. You might get some bonus coverage tonight, some TNA Impact Wrestling, since most of us can't watch it except Fed. So might use some of that stuff for additional coverage today. All right, so you see, you out there in Cleveland riding around, man. Anything cool happened while you were there?
Oh Lord, it's disgusting. It's rainy. It's Cleveland, Ohio.
Thank you for the encouragement, EC.
It is.
Welcome to
Cleveland,
SummerSlam.
Yeah, welcome to SummerSlam.
It's disgusting. It's rainy. Oh, where? Yay, SummerSlam.
As long as it's that way today and not on Saturday, we're okay. As long as all that clears up by Saturday, that way we don't have any issues.
EC, are they indoors? Are they indoors for the?
No,
they're in Cleveland Brown Stadium.
Yeah, Cleveland Brown State. They're in Dog Pound.
This is going to be fun. What's the weather forecast? Anybody know?
I'm looking at it right now.
I know it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
Oh wow!
I checked it about a week ago, maybe after our show last week when I was looking at it, and it said it was like a 60 to 70%. But of course, that could have changed 10 times by now.
Yeah, I mean, I know like a couple friends. One of my friends is supposed to be flying in from New York. He doesn't know if he's going to make the flight or if he's going to have to drive to Cleveland.
All right, it's saying Saturday.
From New York to Cleveland? Good luck with that, dude.
It's saying
I want to do New York to Tampa. I don't want to do any of that. I'm done with that life. Lady Alpha's in the house, y'all. Give her some love and shout out, man. She's the first one in, last one out. Nothing but love from her. Thank you, lady. We appreciate you. And of course, she's giving you those nuggets. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Please do that. Helps us out so much. And lady says it's gonna be raining on Saturday. I think she's close to the area.
It says right here, scattered thunderstorms in the morning, chance of rain at night, not really gonna happen. That night it's gonna be clear sky, 72. So it's not gonna be like 50.
The forecast says not really gonna happen. That's what it said. That's what
it's just saying. Saturday morning and then nighttime is good. That's what the forecast is saying.
Nighttime is good.
Nighttime is clear. 72 and clear. It's good.
Let's just remember.
Don't mess with me, man.
Let's just remember this. Let's remember that statement from him. When I'm sitting out there, I better not get drenched.
Hey, listen. If you're in Kansas City, if you went to Kansas City,
we're not in Kansas City. We're in Cleveland.
I'm just saying, if you're in Kansas City, you be rain.
Look, man, you've got 2 days or at least a day and a half. Go buy a poncho. If you didn't bring one, go buy a poncho. There's plenty of time. You got all day tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be a couple shops open.
Or just
go get a poncho just to be safe.
Go do the opposite of the rain dance.
Okay, Nick. All right, Spade, I think you're going to be in the doghouse after a while. So the more you say, the longer you stay inside the doghouse. So I'm just trying to help you out.
He's used to it. 30 years of.
But you see, is the rain going to affect what you would normally do at a PLE, whether it be pictures, interviews, hobnobbing? Is the rain going to affect that for you? Is it going to impact you in a negative way, or is it not going to change anything?
Not in my experiences. I mean, it just the only time I've ever really had to deal with that was WrestleMania in Tampa, because it was just the weather was so bad and it was raining prior to the shows. But I assumed WWE would just do what they did there, and they honestly just stopped the show and shoved us all in the terminals until it stopped raining. So
wow.
Yeah, they definitely aren't doing a show while it's raining.
That happened at a house show.
No, this was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania a couple years ago.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, I don't remember
Samoa
that.
Joe.
I remember.
Michael.
Yeah,
Cole.
I remember Samoa Joe. Yep, I remember them with the
Yeah.
ponchos and stuff on the pre-show.
Samoa
'cause
Joe.
Yeah, he was doing some of the pre-show commentary with Michael Cole.
That wasn't a couple WrestleManias ago. Then that was longer than that.
That was in
that's
2021.
Yeah, it wasn't that Samoa Joe hadn't been gone that long. I know it seems like it, but he hadn't been gone that long. Only about a couple of years.
It was crazy because I think it was night one, but Drew and Bobby were kicking off for the WWE title, and I think Drew was in the middle of his entrance, and Bobby was coming out, and they just completely stopped the show.
Wow, that's awkward. Well, I hope you get
It
the chance to get all you need to get, pictures wise, interviews. You got live stuff. We're gonna love that, man. We definitely want to use it because it adds to the whole ambiance, baby. So whatever you can get, man, that'd be awesome. All right, we got some other folks chiming in to jump in over
the
here.
Magic Maker.
The Magic Maker.
Now, I'm gonna pause on this comment real quick because as I announced earlier, tonight's show is the first ever show that is also streamed on the Run In Podcast, my podcast channel on YouTube, streaming live. Raj, I appreciate you watching on the channel. I see your comment there. The first ever one on my channel for a live. Thank you very much, Raj. Love you, buddy.
I am loving that. Congratulations, brother. That's a big deal, man. You're offering one now, man. So good evening, Raj. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for jumping in and supporting us out here. We love it. Our lady said I learned a long time ago, and that's a little too far in a few hours. Just Ohio.
Every 5
changes
minutes.
every 5 minutes. So, in other words, EC, get that poncho.
Get that poncho.
That's what I got out of that comment. Get the poncho
Get that
and an umbrella, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not the umbrella, but the poncho for real. Take care of that. All right.
Make sure you get some of those little booties that go over your shoes so your shoes don't get soaking wet. That's the worst feeling in the world.
brother.
Soggy socks.
Soggy socks.
Yeah.
Doing all that. Wow.
Yeah, everything else. And you know what's worse is like everything else will dry, but those socks and those shoes, not only don't they dry, it comes with a smell.
Yeah. That may be how I rate every wrestling show from now on that I don't like. Soggy socks.
Wet socks.
Wet socks.
I love it.
That's funny.
All right. We were to roll, man. The Herb and Raj podcast presenting, man, said, good evening, brother. Thank you for jumping on. And he said, I'm here to annoy Raj. Well, brother, you guys do a great job of doing that to each other, man. So keep it going. It's great fodder for the show, man. We appreciate it. All right, so we got a lot going on, man. But I want to go ahead and just give a shout out to all the folks out there. We talk about it every week. I'm gonna keep on doing it until you guys get it. All I hear about is IWC this. You guys ticking me off. I'm gonna close my account out. The TNTT is keeping it positive and keeping it real. All you gotta do is expand your mind a little bit, step out of your comfort zone, and you'll see that we're doing this a little different than what you're used to. So just a little shout out. You guys can get on your Twitter and you can shout folks out to help them out. I'm gonna do that while we're talking because it means that much to me. Summerslam. All right, so we got a lot going on, man. We got 7 matches? Is that where we at?
7 matches.
So there's
matches. Not that there's always the chance, they may add, they've got 2 championship tag team matches tomorrow night on SmackDown.
Yep.
So there's always the chance that maybe one of those ends in some shenanigans and it rolls over, especially with a 3-hour pre-show now too. I mean, something's got to be on a 3-hour pre-show other than just them talking.
Yeah. You don't want to hear.
Copy that.
So, but I mean, right now that's it.
Who's in the 2 matches that are rumored for SmackDown?
So tomorrow night it's the women's tag. It's Jade and Bianca versus the witches, the unholy union, whatever you want to call them. Fire and Dawn. And then you've got DIY going against. Yeah, it's DIY against Tamatonga and Jacob Fatu, the Bloodline.
Wow.
So that championship match, I would imagine if either one of them gets rolled over to the next night, which I'm surprised that the DIY didn't get a match on there since, Johnny Gargano is from Cleveland. I figured they would try to get another Cleveland guy on there. Since you have The Miz hosting, you got Logan Paul. That's really your only representation of the hometown city. So I thought maybe they would try to get that on there. But with SmackDown being from Cleveland, I guess you still get that pop on Friday night too. So, but I could see something happen in that moving over to Saturday as well.
There's no way they're going to add some matches to SummerSlam out of SmackDown tomorrow. There's no way they're going to add something. 7 matches is a light SummerSlam, man. That's light.
Yeah, I think last year it was 9. So I mean, there was 2 more matches last year.
They got to add something.
I hope so. Hopefully they push one of those over, because I saw somebody the other day, and I haven't done as much research. But when is the last time you can think of that WWE had a PLE that had 0 multi-person matches? The only extra stipulation you have in the entire show is Seth Rollins as guest referee. Everything else is just a straight up singles match. I can't remember one where we at least haven't had a triple threat match or a tag team match or something. It's a very different card than we're used to. So I mean, it's I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Probably going to pull it from SmackDown. I mean, both those matches could probably end in a DQ or something shiesty, and they probably push it on to SummerSlam Saturday. The card needs it, so I'm down for that. Those are only 2 rumors that we know about.
Those are the only 2 big matches. I think the rest of it is just kind of plot progression. But that's the 2 matches I know of that are going to be on tomorrow night.
Okay. We got an awesome question from Herb and Raj podcast. Who is or who are the most overrated and underrated wrestlers currently wrestling? Ooh. Some time to think about this one. You guys want to jump in? What are you guys thinking about that one? That's a good question. Thanks, Herb.
So I'll jump in with my overrated, and I'll preface this by saying I say he's overrated. I don't think he's a bad wrestler. I think he's a really good wrestler, but I think people pump him up more than they should, and that's MJF. I think he's a great wrestler. I don't think he is the greatest wrestler that people are trying to pump him up to be. I think he has a crutch in AEW with some of the promos he can cut, where he can be a little bit more free and open with his language and some of the lines he uses. But to me, he's the most overrated person, because while I think he should be, upper mid card, maybe main event every now and then, being the top guy, I just don't see it.
And how about the underrated one? What do you have for that?
That one I'd have to think about a little bit more.
Okay, take your time.
Overrated Britt Baker. Overrated Britt Baker.
I don't think anyone's called Britt Baker.
Oh, yeah, that's my only chat. I know last week we talked about her at length. Spent more time on that than
that's why I'm not going further in detail. We spent a good.
But nobody ever put her on the pinnacle of women's wrestling or something. So I'm like, I think she's overrated. Nobody really is rating her really high, really.
There's a lot of
somebody else to come to mind.
The other one, Natalia, is the other current wrestler right now. Is Natalia? What? Stop shaking your head. What has she done since the Divas era, besides look dumb wrestling?
Wow.
This coming
look
from
dumb.
Okay, not dumb. Not dumb. I'm sorry, not dumb. Poor word.
You think she looks dumb?
I just heard boring. That's the word. Boring while wrestling.
But you're using this question as a way to attack people.
Well, I'm not attacking nobody. I'm just being real.
You're
I mean, you did call her dumb. Let's be fair.
I did. That was poor choice of words. I'm
Not
sorry.
an attack. I don't know what it is.
But you're using this against people. You're using this against wrestlers that aren't even on the list of like people who
Britt Baker does
overrated.
Get Britt Baker does.
No. Like Britt
I've
Baker
seen her on a few people's top 5s right now.
And I put her on my top 5, but that's just one person's opinion. I put her on my of AEW, not of all time. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying of all time. They're saying currently wrestling right now. That's what I'm talking about. Currently, right now, Britt Baker to me is the most overrated wrestler right now. There's a lot of people out there that will defend her as a top 5, top 3 wrestler on the current circuit. and I get it. Charlotte Flair's not around right now, so you can't really put her in the top list. But she is one of the GOATs. We're talking right now. Okay, she hasn't been around since when? I forget. Anybody know? I don't remember when she.
Before WrestleMania is when she got hurt.
That's when she got hurt. Okay,
before a little bit before WrestleMania. Yeah.
But right now, if you're talking right now, people will defend Britt Baker as a top 5 person, a female wrestler right now. There is people out here that will do that.
In AEW.
See, and that's my caveat. I said she was top 5 in AEW.
Yeah,
she's nowhere near the top 5 of all current wrestlers. Let's not get that twisted at all.
No. But I'm just saying.
I'm just talking about all current. Like if you take WWE, TNA, in New Japan, Stardom, all that, she's not top 5 today. She's top 5 in AEW, which to me doesn't have the best women's division in wrestling, like I have heard somebody say. But
who said that?
Or some people say. I see that on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, I see that one on Twitter all the time too.
That's just delusional.
Yeah, who's your overrated, DC?
Overrated?
I know who you're not going to say, so you can leave Corey J out of this. Just kidding.
Touche. Honestly, for me, it's a duo, and it's the Young Bucks. I don't like it.
Woo! That's a good one. That's a good one.
Knew somebody was going to do it.
That was a good one.
People are calling them the greatest of all time. I'm like, I've been watching them from the start. I'm not seeing it. Are they good? Are they good? Yes.
Yes.
In fact, they probably some of the best heel. Their best heel work I ever see them do is happening right now. Nobody's talking about it, but this is their best heel work I've ever seen them do. Them being the EVPs, this is working. They need to ride the puppy all the way as long as they can until Kenny comes back. Ride the puppy as long as you can. It's working well. Overrated? No question. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't
know who else thought. Yeah, I think Lady got my answer. People are gonna hate that. I got some people who might be watching. They're gonna hate that, but Lady got my answer. This is my answer for overrated.
Hey, that's fine. I was laughing at that too.
That's mine. The music is awesome, whatever, but when you get inside the ring and whatnot, I'm not moved the way I used to be.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
No, it's
not. You're going on persona right now more than we are anything. You screwing Drew and just making that a thing. It's not even the physical stuff in the ring. I'm concerned about that thing for Saturday. What are we going to see? Is Drew going to be carrying you out here today? I don't know.
I was thinking the same thing. Honestly, is Drew going to carry that match? That's what I was wondering.
I mean, it says a lot that this is his first singles televised match, period. Since he came back to the company. He's had a couple of dark matches.
I'd have warmed him up.
That's it. Hopefully he's had dark matches or house show matches or something before this. But that's crazy to put that being your first singles match, unless him and Drew have been in a warehouse somewhere working this match out behind the scenes, which hopefully they have been, to put a match of that caliber on your second biggest pay-per-view and he hasn't warmed up at all. And that it could be tough.
I feel like you was doing house shows, you would have heard about it because you've been out so long, it had been news.
Well, originally they didn't even talk about him getting cleared until this week. They didn't. I mean, getting cleared last week was kind of a surprise because last I had heard he wasn't going to get cleared until Monday or Tuesday of this week.
The only thing
it was that close.
The only
that was the point. Surprise. That's why they did it like that. I think.
The only thing I know with him, the only thing I know with Punk is, I mean, especially like ever since the injury, but the last couple months, he spends a lot of time at the PC training with those guys.
Yeah, I have heard that he's doing a lot down there at the PC with a lot of the younger guys. Like he wants to run NXT when he retires.
Yeah, he's
trying to get that as part of his new contract that they're trying to negotiate now.
There was a good portion, ever since he came back last year, where like when we would go to NXT, you would see him off on the side watching the show. Like he was there every week there for a good while. I haven't seen him lately, but even then, I know he's been there like rehabilitating and training.
Yeah,
I'm definitely on board with the CM Punk answer. How about the underrated side? grab that real quick to get into some SummerSlam. So underrated. I ain't gonna say Dragon off because y'all can call me a homer and whatnot. But
You can just go now.
I don't feel like he's getting the love that he should be getting. You build him like you did in NXT, and he comes over here. I mean, he's getting in IC title matches. That's fair, but he was like dominating him over here. It's kind of like out here squeaking on the main roster.
Yeah, I don't like it either because, like I said on the show last week, with Dragunov in NXT, we all used to joke like, you literally have to stop this man's heart to actually beat him, and then here's Braun Breaker beating him and like kayfabe, taking him out like it was nothing.
I'm not feeling that.
Yeah,
I won't say that. I'll dig deeper. I won't call him. But how about you got Big Mike Sped, most underrated?
Mine's kind of the same as yours. You're going to call me a homer, but I mean, to me, the guy should be on the main roster already. That's Obafemi. I mean, he should be coming up to the main roster.
About that, man. I already discussed this, man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why he's my most underrated.
They don't have anything down there, man. They already scraping the bottom of the barrel as it is, man. They're gonna have Brindley Reese do a main event in a few minutes.
Well, that's not my problem. At least look, put him in the world championship picture. Then let him go after the NXT title with all ego Ethan Page. Let him have that title. Get him out of the mid card. Put him in a main event. If you're not going to call him up, that's fine. But put him in the main event scene. The way the crowd reacts to him, the way his matches go, there's no way he shouldn't already be being pushed as a main eventer in at least the main eventer in NXT.
I feel like we talk about this every week. Maybe you just don't hear me, man. Is my mic not on or something? You can't hear me, man? If he does that now, that's faster than him that he's going to be called up and they're going to have a depleted roster. That's
NXT's problem. Man. That's NXT's problem. I want the man to the moon, all the way up. What he deserves. That's like somebody coming to you at your hold on. That would be like somebody coming to you at your job saying, Mr. We'd really like to promote you. We'd really like, we think you do a great job. We really want you to move to that next step. But you know what? We can't because we don't have anybody to backfill your position. If somebody told you that at your job, how would you feel?
I'm not even going to say that over the air. I'll just say it wouldn't go well. But
that's what I'm saying. It's hypothetical. I'm not saying it's happened, but that's okay. That's kind of my point.
Our Trick Williams conversation. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Do you recall our Trick Williams conversation with our first or second show? I don't know if
vaguely,
watching probably were. Yeah. Okay. That happened too fast. I told you that for a reason. Even though Melo's up now, I feel like they could have milked that a lot better, and it would have helped the brand. Take some time to develop stories. They don't want to do that for some reason. They want to speed through everything. It's like it's not helping. You think that Melo's being hurt by staying in NXT? It wouldn't have hurt him to develop more story and grow and say it wouldn't help him. Right now, he's on the verge of being like people like crowd not really caring about him.
That's a good point, especially when he loses to Andrade again.
Right, milk that whole him thing and get some longevity out of it, and then you call him up. Right now, he's about to be mid city right now. If he's not already there, he's about to be. He ain't seeing no main event, nothing. It's going to be a six person main event. It's the only way he's going to get in, or Money in the Bank ladder match. Other than he ain't getting in. Milk that thing. Trick happened too fast, and now look at Trick now. Now look, moving to the back of the line, like for real. It's like before you know it, he'll be fighting from the bottom trying to get back in. So you want over to do that same thing. That's not a good idea. Let that thing milk that thing, work that thing, get story out of it, give it a little bit of time. There's some other folks that's behind him, like people like the Malik and I'm blanking on his name. Always blink at 9 o'clock at Thursday nights.
It's like
Malik and his tag team partner. Get them guys.
Yeah, Idris or something like that.
I don't know which one's which. My bad. But get them guys time to build that thing, and and then they'll be ready to kind of move into the main picture. You can't have Chase U in the main picture right now. All the time they've been there, they can't handle that. They can't carry it. You know why? Because they haven't been built right. I don't know if it's a Sean thing or not. They haven't been developed right. Don't do over like that. Give that man time to marinate. Let him dominate and even break Wesley's record. Then put him into the title picture and have him drop the North American title to somebody else. Who'll be ready for it by then. Calm down, man. It's gonna be all right.
Respect that.
Oba will be the man. Give him some time. All right. Summerslam, you ready, man? Where's the roster, Nick?
Let's do it.
Let's go. What are we talking about? What's first? Oh Lord, you put the finger on the trigger, man.
I thought Mike had it already.
Oh wow,
there
passing the blame.
Oh, it's not me.
Somebody messed up.
He said it's not me.
It's not me.
I got TNA up right now. We got a World Heavyweight Championship match happening right now.
That's not what we're talking about. I feel like that was a distraction. How you feel?
No,
about
I don't. No, I thought he actually
get off TNA.
We're having a title match right now. I think it's formerly Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah,
versus
Mustafa Ali versus
Mustafa Ali. Is anybody excited about that? Just be honest.
No.
Nod your head if you're excited about it. Okay.
No, not really.
And they go after 10 o'clock and have the title match right now.
Yeah, PCO is having a marriage tonight, a wedding tonight. That's what they're saying. PCO and I don't remember who else it was, but yeah.
Do me a solid.
Steftelander. Yeah.
Do me a solid sped. Don't bring it up on the screen, okay? I don't want to see Frankenstein get married to anybody, okay?
Oh well, no.
Do not bring it on the screen, please.
I mean, I can tell you what happens because I heard spoilers for it because obviously all this is already recorded. But
yeah,
what's going to happen? Like,
just like any other wrestling wedding, it gets interrupted. I won't mention by who, so in case anybody wants to watch it, that I'll leave that alone. But it's going to be the normal wrestling wedding kind of thing where it gets interrupted.
Did you watch The Bride of Frankenstein when the movie came out? Of course not. See?
Yeah.
Same thing. All right. So, thank you, lady. We're having fun. All right. So, this match, I mean, this card is strong. It's not I'm funny about the women's championship match only because I need to see a certain thing happen. If it don't happen, I ain't gonna be thrilled. But other than that, this match is really strong. This card is really strong. They do add a Jade and Bianca for the title, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that'll work out well too. It'll add DIY and Bloodline. That probably should have been on the card too. Maybe it still will be since the Bloodlines have a lot of DQs lately. Perhaps that'd be a way to get them into the SummerSlam card. So I can't think of anybody else that we're missing that should be on the card. I think 9 matches is still light because it's probably going to be like 3.5 hours anyway. So it's like probably can get another match in there, but that's just me being greedy. But all right, so which match you guys want to start with, man? We'll start in order you have right now. Spence?
Yeah, that this order is what I think is going to be the actual card. What it's going to start in, what finishes it. Of course, we knew the solo Cody was going to be it, but this is what I think. So
I think Liv and Rhea is too early because they're not gonna. I don't feel like they're gonna leave one women's match to hang with 6 other men's matches.
I feel it. I was just seeing, the excitement level. Start off with a bang, then hit Punk McIntyre.
I think they're gonna start with Punk and McIntyre.
Yeah.
See, I think they can, depending on how they do it.
That would be a shocker. I'll be shocked by that.
It's actually looking at that card again, it's going to start with Priest and Gunther.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, having it early. But I also thought, okay, if you do this, then maybe later that's when Finn Balor shows up and, hey, I'm turning on Damian now type of deal. So you can have that as a later spot.
Or what actually is going to happen, Doofus Dom Mysterio is going to show his true rat colors.
That's in this match. That's why I put this one first.
Yeah, but
that's why I put this one first.
You're trying
EC bringing the heat on Dirty Dom.
Yeah, you're trying to deflect what Dominic really is and put it on Finn Balor when he's the filthy rat.
Nah. You've been looking at Finn this whole time. He's been plotting. He's been plotting.
As he should.
So as you saw on the first slide, guys, everybody in the comment section, make sure you comment your predictions as we go through, as we give ours too. Who you think is going to win each match? Obviously, there's a little discourse already in the first one.
Have you even done the first one yet? When did
No,
when did we start?
They kind of jumped into it, so we went to it. So
Like
I'm propaganda and speculation. I didn't hear anything yet.
I'm saying Liv's winning because of Dom. Yeah, I think Dom turns on Rhea this weekend, and it's sad. I'm going to be very sad. I might post up on TikTok for the very first time in my life, with that the Titanic sinking, and me just posting up with sadness because Dom turned on Rhea.
Rhea Ripley is definitely not walking out of SummerSlam the women's world heavyweight champion.
No.
Now I don't know that Dom. Well, Dom, I think it's too early for them to pull the trigger on Dom turning. I think he's gonna do something that cost Rhea the title, but not so much in a way of like, oh, he's purposely costing her the title.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of where I'm going with it, where it's going to be kind of like the Becky Lynch situation where he throws a chair to Rhea, but Liv gets it and hits him, so it kind of forwards the progress of the story. We're kind of an if they, won't they. I could see that. I do think Liv's winning. Lady Alpha is going with Rhea all the way, which I love. Rhea is one of my favorites. I like both of them, but I think just to progress the story, because again, this is Rhea's first match back for real. Why not? As Mr. You said earlier, let it marinate a little bit, let it build a little bit more. It's the first match back. Let that revenge tour. She can claim that her revenge tour is complete. She's got the title. She's beat Rhea. But yeah, I think some other shenanigans may go on later on the night that we'll get a hold of. But I think this one will be the kind of oops, Dom, you messed up again.
Again, keyword again.
Yeah, I don't know how you can have the betrayal and then have the title change hands. I don't think they can both work together. And the betrayal thing seems like it just almost has to happen. If it doesn't happen now, when is it going to happen? So it's like I kind of feel like this one lady, I think Liv's going to hold it. For me, this is just me because I want the maximum amount of chaos possible. So I want to see the betrayal now on SummerSlam and see the title stay with Liv until I guess the next big PLE where she could potentially drop it. I guess I don't even know how that would even work because I think Liv and Dom need to get a run together. I think it'll help. It definitely help Dom out winning some matches. He likes using outside interference to help the match. So that'd be helpful. You have the world champ out there. I think it'll work out really good. I'm still sticking with Liv to win this one. I think Dom's gonna do something weird, but I'd rather have the full out betrayal rather than the Dom was a big doofus who made a mistake and cost me the match. I want the whole full betrayal. Liv can't cry for like the next 6 weeks. That's just too long to be crying. So it's just time to go ahead and do the unveiling. But
you could always have the actual turn, Monday night after SummerSlam on Raw, where they come out and they're talking about it and he turns there. So you have, I made a mistake, where it really turns out not to be a mistake, and then Monday night on Raw, Rhea's sitting there, dogging out Dominic for messing up and kicks him out, and then who's there to console him but Liv Morgan? And then there you go. You have two big heels in Liv Morgan and Dom, and then now you have Rhea as a true babyface by herself, or maybe with somebody else that we may talk about later on in the video. But because I think they've got to turn Rhea face at some point, and as long as Dom is with her, she's never going to be a complete face.
Yep,
that's true.
So that would have to be a title rematch then on Monday Night Raw.
No, I think it's just a segment. I think it may go to Bash at Berlin and have a rematch there where Rhea can take it. Rhea's as big as Rhea is in the States. Rhea's twice as big overseas, and with it being in Germany, I think the pop would be even bigger there. So they could easily do a rematch there, or go to Bad Blood, which is the next one after that. I think I don't know, somewhere in there. So
I'll say with whatever happens this weekend in this match, this is definitely going to Bad Blood.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to. The whole revenge tour has to culminate at Bad Blood. Otherwise, that's one of the reasons you bring Bad Blood back, between that, the Bloodline, and kind of the same thing with a couple other feuds. Why not let it go into Bad Blood? It just makes too much sense.
Yeah. That's why
No.
Liv still has a good little run going with her world
So,
championship.
And bro, that promo Monday night that she did by the fire bell, the
That was
best promo Liv Morgan's ever done in
yeah,
her
I agree with
career.
that. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But are we all four going Liv on this one?
That's what it
I
sounded
am,
like. I think
yeah.
all four of us picked Liv. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, Lady
All right,
Alpha.
let's go.
All right,
Lady,
next up.
you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, lady.
This one's
Next. Okay, there you go. Lady already chiming in and said Punk's gonna win because he's overrated.
Because he's overrated.
or
That's why he shouldn't win. But here's my question before you guys do your prediction. What's a good scenario here? Because I'm having a hard time finding one. Neither one of them winning makes sense in my head. It doesn't. I don't see it good on either side of this. They're obviously moving towards some kind of triple threat thing. You can see it happening.
Yes.
Every time you got a special guest referee, you know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Some kind of triple threat in the lineup. That's probably going to be at bad blood. How do you end this match? Who gets to go over?
I think
A double what?
I was gonna say
Double
you remember how they did the whole Sting situation where he came out at some Survivor Series and both guys, he Scorpion Deathlock, boom, okay, and pulled Ziggler over 1, 2, 3. I think something like that happens here where Seth knocks out one of them, and the other one's already out cold, and then he pulls over the person who's already out cold 1, 2, 3, and then it sets it up, for something like that.
Yeah, but this is your prediction. You got to say who you think which one is.
Oh, I was going to say.
Just be so somebody's going to get knocked out and pulled over somebody. I need to know who.
I think he curb stomps McIntyre and then pulls him over Punk to win the match, for McIntyre to win.
I don't think you're going to get a winner here. I think you're going to get that draw because I don't see. Now I will say more than I would say it's more likely that Seth would give a 3 count to Drew, but I feel like Seth is going to do things during this match to piss both of them off, and eventually, this is going to lead to, they're going to beat the crap out of each other. But I think I could definitely see Seth hitting both of these men with curb stomps and then just leaving the arena.
That would be awesome.
Because it's like you said, neither one of these men winning this match right now
makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. Because if Punk wins, McIntyre's just a loser once again, and then with McIntyre winning, that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I can't see a winner coming out of this, man. How much you, Big Mike? What are you thinking, man?
So for what you just said, EC, I think CM Punk takes it. Because if you think about it, what has Drew's character been since before WrestleMania, really?
Yeah.
It's been the whole, I'm getting screwed over. I'm a justified heel. I have a reason to be, pissed off or mad. Because every turn, CM Punk's screwing me. Now Seth Rollins is coming in. So at some point, whether he does it on purpose or whether there's, just some kind of interference, I think for that reason and for the fact that, again, this is CM Punk's first singles match in the company on television, I think somehow Seth costs Drew. So either CM Punk can win, and even if he knocks both of them out and pulls CM Punk over him, that's fine. However you want to do that. But CM Punk has to win because then Drew can continue his character. He is still a justified heel. It doesn't hurt him as much to take the loss because he can use that as the excuse, and then you can build to the triple threat at the next pay-per-view or at Bad Blood, wherever you want to go, because, hey, you screwed me, and you've also screwed CM Punk out now because you're the reason he won, so now CM Punk's ego is going to get the best of him, and he's going to bring that up, so it builds to a perfect triple threat match down the line. To me, that's the only thing that makes sense. I'm saying, even a draw doesn't necessarily make sense. I mean, I think that would be a huge letdown for this match to build further, and I just don't see him doing it at SummerSlam. So, I mean, to me, I think it's kind of the same thing, though. It's the same finish, but you're just calling it something different by name. It's still, you don't have a winner. the only progression that you can take that makes sense, like I said, is for Drew McIntyre to lose by some kind of screwy finish, and he can come back and say, "Well, look what you did to me, Pierce. You put Seth Rollins in there. You screwed me over again. CM Punk and Seth Rollins screwed me over again, just like they've been doing this entire time. You know, why am I the one that keeps getting screwed up? I take care of it now." And then you make a triple threat, either in a cage or Hell in a Cell or however you want to do it, and then that match kills it, and then you can go on and do whatever you need to do after that.
Yeah. I mean, just from that aspect, I can definitely see it. That kind of changes my opinion too, because I more so just didn't see any way that Drew was going to win this match. But I couldn't see them just.
Are you switching to Punk?
Yeah, I'm going to Punk.
Ain't changing nothing.
You still a draw?
He said I ain't.
A double DQ would tick him off. A double DQ would make him more mad than a draw would. That's why I'm going with that, because that would really tick him off. A draw is like, oh, we were both good, but the double DQ, it's all gonna be on Seth.
All right,
That's why I like it.
Only reason why I asked is I'm keeping track, so we can, out on Monday or next week.
Look at you. Keeping track, keeping notes. All right.
Keeping track.
I'm watching you, pal.
And we're gonna have a scoreboard coming up now.
All right. Well, hey, listen, I can make a graphic to do it back here if you want.
Well,
it says scoreboard. Not you ain't got enough room for nothing else like that.
So there you go. So I guess it's me and EC that are going Drew. Sped, I think you said you were going Punk.
No. I thought you guys said you were going Punk, and I was.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Yeah, me and EC went Punk.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you good.
Confusing myself now.
By the way,
can't do it.
Just to throw this in there, I actually do have a meet and greet with Punk tomorrow.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you'll be documenting this for us for Thursday?
I'm trying.
Any chance of that happening?
Yeah,
Hey, look, even if it's a selfie that we can throw up as a graphic, we're good with that.
No, there's definitely going to be a photo. I'm going to work on trying to have my phone recording while I'm doing it, because I'm pretty sure it's a picture they take themselves with a camera. So there will be a digital of that.
Copy that. Okay.
There we go.
Let's keep the train moving. Paul and Knight, how we looking at?
I have to give LA Knight this win. There's no way. There's no other. You got to give LA Knight this win.
I agree with you, man. I agree. I don't feel like you can have this guy championship. He only defended it like 2 or 3 times. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. No.
I hate that, man. That's not. There's no excuse for that. You should be wrestling more than 3 times all the time. How many days? It's been over 250 days.
It's like 260.
It's been a while.
Like that, yeah.
It's been almost a year, dude. That's almost.
Like, what are you doing?
People don't do that kind of stuff, and you only mess with 3 times. And these women had an excuse. What's your excuse?
Yeah, I was gonna say he thinks he's wrong.
I don't like that at all. At the same time, if you're gonna have Knight go over, you can't mess him over, man. They've been messing him over since he was.
Oh yeah,
super over with the crowd.
Oh god,
they let all the fire go out.
Yeah,
he was over 100 times over. And so if you're gonna give him the belt, let that man ride and do what he does.
Yep.
So
you guys are going.
I'm going LA.
You're going with Knight.
I'm going.
You see?
Yeah, I definitely think this is the weekend that they finally put it on LA Knight. I don't think there's any doubt.
Man,
he's probably going to be.
He's going Paul.
Probably going BQE. Who's going Paul?
The way he looked, he's like, dang.
Yeah, he was
so it does seem that I'm normally the one that goes against everybody, but I mean, not this time. It's LA Knight. You got to go with LA Knight now.
All right.
I can't even pretend that. Yeah, as much as look, and I've been the one that has defended Logan Paul's run because just the eyes he's brought to the product. It's LA Knight's time. Give him the title. Let him defend it every week. Let bring some wrestling visibility back to that title and not just external visibility. It's definitely LA Knight.
Yeah.
All right.
That one
was probably going to be hitting BQEs on all staff. So everybody's getting a BQE.
There's only one match so far that we haven't all agreed on.
Well, that's only the third match we've done.
I know, but it's weird.
more.
I was thinking we were going to be different on most of these.
Well, we still got 4 more, and this one's probably going to split.
So speaking of, the next one up, we've got Sammy and Braun for the Intercontinental title. You know, most of us thought maybe that, you know, Braun should have won it at the last pay-per-view. He did not. Sammy won clean. You know, the vignettes that have been really nice, you know, that Braun took Sammy, you know, overlooked him, took it for granted, I think have been really cool. And so I'll go ahead and drop mine since I'm talking already. I think Braun takes it this time. It's a bigger stage. You know, you've heard some of the backstage stuff that they wanted Braun to be on SummerSlam. So it's a bigger stage that he gets his win just to kind of pump him up a little bit more. And with the vignettes they've been doing like that, you know, he's not going to take him lightly this time. So I think Braun takes it. And I think he takes it in a squash, which is why when we were talking about first matches, I think this match could go first and just have Braun squash Sammy, because I think that will get the crowd going one way or the other and just come out kind of like, you know, Brock Lesnar did to John Cena in their last match, where it's just F5. He comes out spear, and just destroys him.
Well, they're in the dog pound. They're in the dog pound this weekend. So everyone's going to be barking, all right? So you give that title to that man in the dog pound, all right? You get thousands of people barking and everything. That's going to be legit. I'm going Braun on this one. There's everything I agree with everything you said on that, but I do think it's a middle. Get the life back up, because I mean, they're gonna be kind of tired, you know, a little bit. It's gonna be muggy, you know. It rained all day in the morning, so you know you might just put Paul up there first. Put Logan Paul, LA Knight. I should have put that one first, because you get him out as soon as he loses. Who let the dogs out? She said.
I'm going with Braun as well, man. You guys moved to the next graphic. Didn't even ask me what I thought of, man. Wow.
I don't know who moved it. I didn't move it.
You didn't even let me speak.
I didn't touch it. My hands are way back here. What's up?
I didn't touch it.
All right. Well, who do you go?
I'll tell you, I hit something.
For EC. You going Braun as well?
Yeah, you know, they call him, or Michael Cole calls him the unpredictable badass. I'm not going to be unpredictable. Kennesaw State, Cobb County, Georgia boy. Go Braun all the way.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we all agreed on Braun, huh? That was easy.
That was way easy.
All right. Here's where it starts getting dicey. Next 3 matches are dicey. All right. Priest.
All right.
And the ring general. Junta.
Yep.
What were you thinking, guys? This is a tough one.
I'll go first. Yeah. Honestly, like I feel like I just started enjoying Priest as a champion, and now, there's no way Gunther's losing this match. He's too good. I would love to see. I don't know. I think this match is going to be a lot better than people think, but I think Gunther's going to win.
Okay. Mike? Good.
So, every match that Damien's has had some sort of interference. Every title defense. And I think in a way that kind of ties back to what we talked about earlier, where he may be one of the most and it's hard to say that as a world champion. Yes. He may be the most underrated person on the roster because he's got that narrative that he can't win by himself.
Yep.
There's always been something going on. Even before he won the title, the whole cash in almost a year. So I mean the narrative they've been playing with Gunther, calling him street trash, things like that. It really made me question the decision on this one. But I mean, I don't know of a way that you deny Gunther at this point. I mean, he was the longest reigning IC title holder. Now he's, probably the biggest tough guy, for lack of a better term, because I know I don't want to cuss, on the roster. I just don't see how they don't give it to him. And as much as I want to give it to Priest, because I love Damian Priest, I love what he does in the ring, and I'm hoping that there are some kind of shenanigans again where he doesn't lose clean, because I want to protect him going out, just like they've tried to protect everybody in his run, kind of putting him to the back burner. Let some kind of shenanigans come in. Maybe Finn Balor turns on him, something, and they've been teasing it for weeks now, that there's going to be some kind of turn in the Judgment Day.
Yep.
I'm hoping that happens here, and I'm hoping that's the reason that Gunther wins. Maybe they have a rematch down the line after the whole Priest and Judgment Day stuff. And that's kind of what I said about Rhea Ripley earlier. I think they want him and Rhea to be the bigger baby faces coming through here, going up against the heels in the Judgment Day. So that's my prediction. I hope some kind of shenanigans happen, but I just don't see how they don't give it to Gunther.
No, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yeah, and I'll say this, just going off of what you said, it really is unfortunate for Priest that, Gunther's time has officially came, because Priest could hold this title for another 2 or 3 months and it'd be good. But like you said, there's no way that you can't have Gunther win that match now.
No, I
mention with Bash and Berlin coming up, the money match, and I know you'll be happy, Mr. U. I need you to hear me. The money match at Bash at Berlin is world champion Gunther against challenger Ilya Dragunov.
Yep. Well, listen, real quick. I agree Gunther's going to win it, but I honestly think it's going to be JD, Finn Balor and the rest of the Judgment Day helping Gunther win this. That's the shenanigans I do see happening. Finn Balor has been plotting for weeks now. He's been on Liv Morgan's side a few times, she's been caught in the clubhouse, you know what I'm saying? So there's something underlying going there. Plus this also ties into this match somehow, some way. She wrote liars, plural, on their clubhouse. So she's tied into somehow with all the rest of the Judgment Day. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just want you to take a moment to understand that what you're saying includes that rat Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, I understand he's going to turn as well. He's got the best. He's not the best heel, but he's got the most heat right now.
I literally thought you were about to say he has the best mustache. I was about to.
God. It's only that dude on the hot sauce has the best mustache. Yeah.
Let's make sure we don't go off the rails, because I feel like we're about to go to. Is your hair? That what we doing tonight? No, we ain't doing that tonight.
But no, I do have Gunther winning. I have Gunther winning with outside interference from the Judgment Day.
I'm struggling with this one, and because of what you said, Nick, that's why I'm struggling with this, because I know that there's still a Finn and Liv thing that they're not dealing with. Yep. And they're not like NXT where they don't finish stories. They flesh the whole thing out. Yep. They don't normally start something and drop it. That means that Finn and Liv thing is still on the table.
Yep.
The only way that this works for me in my head, I'm just somebody who I've been watching it for about 50 years. I don't know everything. It just feels to me like the only way this is going to work, Finn got to screw everybody.
Yep.
Or this don't work. He can't screw Damian and then Rhea is still part of the Judgment Day. That's not how that can't work. No. He got to screw everybody in order for this. So in order for that to happen, he had to screw him and JD got to screw Rhea over in that match, in her match with Liv, with the Finn and Liv connection, and he got to screw Damian over as well. So only way that it works, and that way you don't have a Judgment Day anymore, which is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah,
you dissolve the Judgment Day. You have Rhea and Damian being the faces that Big Mike mentioned. It's the only way that works. But since I don't know that's what's going to happen, I'm sticking with Priest. I'm by myself. I see that. I'm sticking with Priest. I don't think he's going to hold it very long, but I think Triple H will agree that he's earned this. Yes. He deserves to have this run. I mean, that's past the days of the Master of Destruction. Also, that he did ROH. I think he's done great work in the ring. He's earned this. All the outside interference stuff has kind of marred some of the things that we thought we should be seeing from him. So I don't want to take the belt off of him. The reason why I think it's not going to happen also because of the brawling that they've been doing, him and Gunther. If it was Gunther, sneak attacking and just dominating it, then I'll say, you know what, putting the belt on him. But because they've been brawling like that, it kind of tells me it's unsettled. It's kind of how it feels to me. I think Priest is going to hold on to the title at least for a little while longer. I don't know what comes up next. I don't know if it's bad blood is next or what it is, but he's gonna hold it a little bit longer.
I think it's Berlin.
I don't think he can hold it all the way to Royal Rumble. I don't think he can hold it that long. So Bash of the Berlin is next. That's in September or August.
It's August 30th. Yeah, it's the end of August, beginning of September, somewhere wherever that falls, and it's like the last weekend.
That's an area where they may give Gunther the love and have him drop the title in Berlin. I don't know if it's a hometown advantage or not, but that's probably what I think would happen. So I'm going with Priest and Gunther to take the title in Berlin. You miss anybody?
Right.
Or
there we go. No, I think everybody's going Gunther, and then except for Mr.
Lady
You
said Jax takes Bailey out. All right, good stuff, lady.
My question is, will Tiffany Stratton cash in this match?
My answer to that
it's a great question. Go ahead.
There is no scenario here where Nia Jax walks out the women's champion.
And that's what me and Big Mike were talking about yesterday, or what I think it was yesterday. How I was saying,
somewhere there.
I think Nia has to win this because the Queen of the Ring hasn't felt anything. Zelina Vega had it once upon a time and did nada. You know, I get it. You want Gunther to win and everything, but we need to bring this Queen of the. If you're going for Queen of the Ring and then a championship, it needs to. You got to get something out of it every now and again. So this is probably the time you put the. I think Nia wins this one.
Okay, outright.
Answer your own question. Do you think Tiffany cashes in?
No, not this one. No, I think it happens around Survivor Series War Games or Royal Rumble time frame.
On who though? Because
that's a good question. I haven't figured that one out yet.
I don't believe there's any plans on trying to make Tiffany Stratton a babyface, and that's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, if she goes up against Nia
Jax. Now, if you want Tiffany to remain this heel form, Bayley's the one she's got to do it on.
Yes, you're right.
Secondly, the only way that Nia, we're now going to, like, in a scenario where Nia wins this match, it's only going to be through help. So, like, Bayley, I'm going Bayley. I will never go against Bayley.
I love Bayley.
My role model. Bayley all the way.
Go ahead, Mr. Last.
This is probably one of the toughest ones on here.
It is. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm struggling because I don't like the idea of Tiffany being a face. That doesn't make any sense to me. Jax can go the face route, and it probably could make some sense.
She's on fire as a heel, though, right
now. I think the scenario that makes sense in this, and I don't like it. It's not really what I want to see, but what I think ends up happening is Bayley wins and gets cashed in on. That's what I think happens. Then you got.
Go ahead.
That's okay. You got the tension between Jackson, Stratton, and Jax demanding the title match and Stratton.
So you're putting the title on Tiffy?
I mean, that's kind of what I think they're trying to lean towards now. I don't see her doing it off of Jax because I don't think Jax is ready to go full face route. I just don't see that with her right now. It could happen. She's bounced back and forth and done that before, but I just don't see it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking is going to end up happening. I'm not super strong about it. It's kind of like an 85% feeling about it. It's not 100%, but that's where I'm at. What do you think, EC?
I'll say this because this scenario, I don't know what Mike is thinking, but this scenario hadn't been mentioned yet, and I was just thinking it as you guys were speaking, and I picked Bayley to win.
If you say what I think you're going to say, I'm going to be mad.
I
because I think it's exactly what I'm about to say. But go ahead. I'll say it if it is.
I could see Tiffany doing what she's already done and think about cashing in to a point where it distracts Nia, gets Nia's eyes on Tiffany, and then Bayley hits her with whatever she's going to hit her with, and then that's how Bayley walks out the champion, and Tiffany keeps her briefcase. Nia Jax really the only loser in this situation. But yeah, that's the scenario I'm thinking in my head. But I'm again Bailey. I'm going Bailey.
Okay, so first off, it doesn't make me mad because that's not what I was thinking. Thank you, I appreciate it. If you'd have taken my ideal after I said I'm just going to go last, I'd have been mad just because my ego would have been bruised. So, what have we talked about, Mr. U, since Bailey won the championship?
How lackluster the title reign's been.
How lackluster it's been, how boring it's been. How much better would this title reign look if she beats Nia Jax clean and after a hard-fought battle gets cashed in on by Tiffany Stratton and beats Tiffany Stratton as well?
I was about to ask
the first ever female failed cash in.
I was about to ask that question. I was about to ask, could there be a chance that we see a failed cash in at SummerSlam? You know,
that immediately gives her more credibility as champion.
Yeah, I agree with that, but you feel like they're pushing her at all? It doesn't feel like that. I mean, she got the title, and it feel like they're not pushing her. She has the gold.
Yeah,
it's like why would they change their mind about what they're clearly not invested in doing?
Are you going Bailey though, Big Mike?
I am. I'm going Bailey, and I think Bailey wins clean. The cash in part is kind of what formulated in my head as we were all talking.
Yeah,
and kind of what we've talked about in the past. The main reason I really picked Bailey before that is just because they're not going to switch that many titles.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
I mean, we're talking about, most of us have talked about almost every title being able to switch hands. I just don't think, and you still get the king and queen of the ring in my predictions, at least when Gunther wins, because he's the king of the ring. Same thing as, on the women's side with Nia, you still get that prestige with that tournament if he wins his match against Damian Priest, to where Nia doesn't have to win, and then you still get that same bump for next year's king and queen of the ring. Hey, by the way, last year's king of the ring went on to win the championship. Because, just like we talked about, Sped or Nick, the Royal Rumble winner who gets a title shot every year doesn't always win the title, but it doesn't kill the prestige of the Royal Rumble. It's only like it's 33% of the time, really.
Yeah.
So a third of the time they lose, or 2/3 of the time they lose, and we still look forward to the Royal Rumble. That still means something. So I don't think having one of them lose like that would take away from the king and queen of the ring.
No, I feel that.
You see, you had something to share?
I was just going to say also, like, what you were saying about why would they go back on their plans. I think if anyone is capable of blowing it on cashing in for the women's Money in the Bank and keeping their mega star power, it's Tiffany freaking Stratton.
Oh, how entertaining would it be on Friday for her to come out and whine and cry about, even if it's Nia that cost her the cash in because Nia's mad that she's trying to cash in, and that's the reason she loses it. That would be entertaining as hell coming after that.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. That is good. All right. So everybody dropped theirs already? Are we ready to move on to the next one?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. That was the last one. So here's the big one.
I can't go first here. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm
just to be clear.
I was doing my predictions before we did this. I've got a graphic that I'll share on my Twitter at _BigMike27. And literally I kept going back and forth and back and forth.
Exclusive content? We're doing that already?
Well, no, I'm basically what we talked about tonight. I'm going to give my updated graphic with all the winners that I think is going to happen, which you guys should do as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to make a graphic for that. Put it up on Twitter.
So, but I have gone back and forth on this match, even as we've talked about the other matches, to be completely honest. It's the whole thing whether I think Roman comes back now or whether I don't. And they're in a corner, man. I mean, does Solo lose and then he loses all his momentum being the tribal chief? Does Cody lose and then, the dream matches that everybody's been thinking up of him and Randy and everything else, all that's, going by the wayside because you want the championship involved in that. And then you finish the story only last 3 months, 4 months, something like that. But I can't see a way. To me, it makes the most sense going forward to create the most storylines for someone, whether it's Roman or not, to come in and cost Solo and Cody Rhodes wins.
I'll tell you.
It's the only way I can see it making sense.
I'll tell you right now who that's going to be.
Okay, who is it? Go ahead.
Jimmy Uso.
Okay.
I'm going with Cody. I think Cody's going to win that match for that exact reason. It's funny because of how the bloodline, Roman's bloodline, and the Usos, or how he kept his title for so long because it was constant interference from his family. But like Solo, I'm pretty sure we all know how this is going to play out. Solo's going to look like he's about to win because he's got his, bloodline helping him out there, and whether it's KO or if Randy makes an appearance, whatnot. I mean, they're all going to come out. They're going to get beat up, and again, it's going to look like Solo's going to take it, and then here comes Jimmy. Whether Jay's a part of that yet, I don't know, but I fully expect Jimmy to be the one that helps Cody retain on Saturday.
So you don't think we see Roman at all?
I don't think Roman's coming back now.
We talked about this, I think, about 2 weeks ago. I'm not quite sure.
Nah, we touched on it, yeah.
Yeah, but the way they've been doing this, they've built this almost like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said that because I used to watch soap operas back in the day, back in New York. I used to watch every soap opera. That's how I know. I would love to say confession on the air. That's just being me. But they built the bloodline thing like that. Like every week, it was like episodic television, like for real. Like every week, surprise. Oh, Jimmy caught Jade his title shot, pulling his hood back and revealing himself. They've been doing that kind of stuff for a minute. Roman can't come back before Jimmy comes back. It just can't happen. Not the way, unless they're going to break pattern. That's probably not going to happen. So I don't know if it makes sense. Maybe Roman's coming back for War Games or whatever it is. Maybe that makes sense at that time. Jimmy be back here on SummerSlam on the side of the of Rose and KO and Orton, which is it's all boring me. I'm like, oh, can we find somebody else to help these guys out? This is so boring. But that's just me. I'm just venting. But Jimmy comes back first. Maybe Roman comes back War Games, or if it can survive long enough to get to the Royal Rumble. If he can make it that long, that'd be a good idea too. But I said the War Games because that'll give Roman a chance to be in a match and not have to carry the load coming back off of whatever he's been dealing with and everything. Give him a chance to kind of ease his way back in, come back in a match, a multi-persons match. That'll give him time to get his feet wet and get acclimated to, because he's training, I'm sure, but he's not doing this kind of training properly. So something to think about. But I see all that stuff and still don't know who I'm predicting. Still don't. I honestly have no idea. You guys have heard me talk about Cody. I'm like, I'm already bored. I'm glad the story was taken care of. But I was bored ever since. I'm bored with Cody and Bailey. I'm like, well, I said Cody and I said Cody and Sammy, but Bailey's in there too. I'm bored. So I want chaos to happen. I don't think Solo being the champion is what we all want, but I don't know. I probably would say
it's ugly. Call it what it is.
It's not cute. I mean, when this thing comes on, it's the main event on SmackDown. I'm flipping. I'm watching FBI reruns. I'm being honest about it. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, but
I'm tired of seeing Cody and KO and Orton every single week. That's what we're seeing every week. No changes, no variance.
Yeah,
some combination of that every single week. I'm bored.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but Solo being champion doesn't help that at all. If anything, it probably just makes it worse.
Yeah, I think it does make it worse. That's why I'm leaning toward the option that I don't really like, but thinking Cody win. I just don't know how it happens, what the scenario is. I'm thinking the Jimmy return is probably the best answer. Now you got a storyline you're creating for the next several weeks, Jimmy and his brother. So it kind of makes more sense. So I'm gonna just go ahead and bite the bullet, man. Say Cody wins because of a Jimmy interference, and I'm sure KO and Randy will be out there, neutralizing the other members of the bloodline, because that's just how it works, I guess. Surprise, here comes Jimmy again, posting Solo in the match. So that's what I got for right now. I think Roman's going to be a while to get back. I'm thinking a match that'll help him out multi-person, give him a chance to ease back in, like a war game, something like that, or if he can make it all the way to Rumble, something like that. What about the rest of you guys? Who do you like, Cody or Solo?
Well, Big Mike.
I've already said Cody.
Cody, okay. I'm going Cody as well, but I think Roman returns Saturday. Only reason why is because Solo right here. Every promo he has put out so far has had Roman Reigns' name in his mouth right there. All right. He even said, will he show up at SummerSlam and acknowledge me on Friday? All right. Last Friday. So he has been calling Roman out for weeks now. All right. So I think Roman shows up because of this guy. But I also think, and they're going to bring back Jimmy as well. Jimmy's been back for a few weeks now, sitting backstage doing his thing. I think they have him come out some sort of way to try to help Cody out after Randy gets beat down, after Kevin gets beat down. Then you got Uso coming out. You hear that now, Uso. I love his theme, by the way. So you hear that, he comes out, gets his butt beat down. Then, right at the end, once Cody somehow gets the win, I don't know how they're going to finish this match up. I can't think of the way they do it. That's when you hear Roman come out. It's the end of the match. Cody won. He's out of the ring. Solo's sitting there like, dang, I just lost, and then here comes Roman. And then, that's how they end the show. Roman comes out, boom, boom. And everybody knows, oh, crap, we got to tune in on Friday. They've been doing some weird endings like that lately, and I mean, the pay-per-view seems like they could do it like that too. Mike said pay-per-view, I mean PLE. Sorry. Shows my age.
So who's missing? Big Mike?
No, I've already said Cody. I went first, remember?
Yeah, everybody's agreeing on Cody on this one.
It's all foggy to me at this point, brother. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm with Nick. I think Roman comes back. I think he comes back first, whether he gets involved or not, and then I think he rebuilds the bloodline himself from the ground up. Kind of as his redemption arc. He's already getting cheered and already getting chanted for. So I think you actually, kind of the opposite of what you said, Mr. You have to bring him back first so he can build what is now broken. And if with him not there, it's like everybody else is coming in, and then you bring him in at the end, which I can see. But I think with as big of a heel as he was, and as big of the big bad as he was, if they want him to be that uber babyface again, and it happened naturally instead of it trying to force it on everybody like what happens, he has to rebuild those bridges and rebuild that house that was broken, and reassemble the original bloodline back together.
I agree with that. And just imagine this: the end of the show, Paul Heyman comes out. All you hear is, ladies and gentlemen, that pop, EC, that pop is going to give you goosebumps all day while you're there.
No doubt.
As soon as he's
a free agent, right? He's a free agent, right?
Who? Heyman? Heyman's just he's taking
Roman.
No, he's still there. He's still SmackDown.
Yeah, he's still SmackDown. Yeah.
He is?
Yeah.
He can't go on. He can't go on Raw and recruit Jimmy then.
No, he can. He's John Cena basically. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
He was undrafted.
Yeah, that's right. He was taken out of the draft. I remember that now.
That's right. Yeah,
he was taken out of the draft.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And I'm agreeing with you. I said you're right.
You hung out to dry out here if it wasn't for you, brother. So thank you, EC.
I can admit when I was wrong.
I do all the time.
All right. So overall, when they start adding other matches in, hopefully they got to add something. They got to add at least 2 more matches. Not those pre-show. I'm talking about 2 matches on the card. How you guys feel about the whole thing?
They got 3 hours of a pre-show. You can take that Bloodline versus DIY match and say, screw that, scrap. We're going to move that to Saturday. As a pre-show.
No, that's not going to happen.
I'm just saying, you got 3 hours.
No, Bloodline going to be on no pre-show. You know better.
Yeah,
the women's tag has a better chance of going on the pre-show than the Bloodline.
That's not even a good idea.
No,
let somebody else work. Let a Theory and I'm blanking out. On Thursday at 9:00 at night, I'd be blanking out, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Austin Theory and his tag team partner. Oh my God!
Grayson Waller.
Yeah, Grayson Waller. Put him on the pre-show. Let them have the match. Give him a chance to work.
When you guys were talking about your most underrated person right now, I was going to say Montez Ford. That guy is very underrated. Very, very underrated.
I think there's a major difference between underrated and underused.
Yes, there is. But, I mean, people don't give that guy his flowers, man. You see it all. You see people all the time. Oh, well, they ain't going to do nothing with him anymore. You know, just wipe my hands with him. Come on. This dude's got hot.
I mean,
crazy.
I can see where he's going from. I would say you're right. He's underrated backstage and within the company.
Yes.
But I mean, I see everybody on social media giving him his flowers. So like as an audience, he's not underrated.
I love him.
Everybody loves the guy, but backstage and how they're being used, I could see that.
He's the reason why I watched that show.
Everybody associated with the Hurt Business or anything that could have been a new Hurt Business, they're all underutilized.
Oh yeah, God.
All of them. That means Dawkins
is one of those guys.
Dawkins can go. You couldn't tell. Dawkins didn't get no love. And they ain't taking. Lastly, I mean, look, they ain't been taking care of business with these guys at all. So I don't know what that's about. But I can't put them underrated because they're so underused. I can't even call them underrated. They're so undervalued.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they are undervalued. I agree with that. Yeah. Well, then how about Cedric?
No. Don't even finish that statement.
I don't even know where you're going with that.
I
heard the word Cedric. Like, you know what? We're going to close this show off before something bad happens.
That's it. No.
I'm about to hit the close. And like, what are you about to say?
You know what? He needs to have at least a 1 episode suspension for even thinking that.
Oh man, he's under.
No.
Wow. Nick, take a step
I guess
back,
at this point, I guess the next match we need to talk about the winner of is Nick and Esteban. Who's going to win that match?
That'd be way too easy.
I've been listening to 30 years. I've been listening to 30 years of crappy opinions.
Yeah.
Nothing surprising. Look, when that man stepped back into NXT, I was not happy about it.
I figured you would be happy with Ashanti coming back.
Either one. This is the reason I say that, because nobody is tuning in to NXT on Tuesday night to watch Cedric Alexander or Ashante Diadonis.
No, I agree with that. But in ring ability, you can't deny Cedric.
If I was them, I'd be happy though.
Oh, I would be very happy.
I'm getting TV time because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Adonis is trying to utilize with the ladies and stuff. He's trying to work it. I don't blame him. I would work it as best as I can because if it's not NXT, it's the street. So take advantage of this and roll with it, baby. Do whatever you got. They got Cedric up here in matches. Go for it. He doing main events now. I'm like, let Cedric cook. It's all good. Let him cook, man. If it wasn't this, what would it be? It'd be nothing. Catering.
And winning main event matches.
So just go ahead and let him have. Hey, I'm cool with that, man. But yeah. Any closing thoughts before we shut it down? Man, this was really fun, man. You guys did a fantastic job of reviewing SummerSlam, man. Any closing thoughts?
I'm just excited. I think it's gonna be a really good show.
Yeah,
Esteban. Okay, I gotta say before we say something, I gotta say this real quick, man. We are no pressure, man.
okay.
I have to say no pressure first. I'm saying no pressure here live at an hour and 18 in. I'm saying no pressure, EC. But whatever you can bring to the table for Thursday, it will be awesome. Whatever you get, picks, interview, whatever, it'll be it. We so pumped up, man, but we can't be there, man. So all this stuff that we riding on, living vicariously through you, brother. It's going to be good, man. You're all going to be watching. I'm going to have to see mine late, so go ahead and talk about it in the thread. It's going to hurt me a little bit, but I ain't going to be able to see it until Saturday night. Like night. Like, tomorrow, I'm getting ordained tomorrow as a minister.
Congratulations. That's awesome, man.
I got ordained.
Congratulations.
Okay, I know. Yeah, it's the same thing. So Saturday, I gotta some security work and stuff. So I ain't gonna see this thing. And I know how Peacock is, so I ain't gonna be able to see it until like 4 hours after it's done. So I ain't seen this until late Saturday night. So y'all talk about it and spoil it. It's okay. I ain't gonna be mad. I'm watching it regardless. I'm right with you, EC, man. Anything you can bring, man, it's more than what we have, man. So we appreciate you, man. Being out there grinding, hopefully not in the rain, but out there in the sludge. That's not happening, but whatever you're doing, man, and trading those relationships and connecting out there, we appreciate it so much, man. So thank you for jumping in and doing that for SummerSlam and for the show. And we appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait. It's honestly, I'll say like the last couple of years, I wouldn't say that it was getting stale or wasn't as fun anymore, but whatever it is, the last couple of months, that little kid feeling has come back. So I'm ready, and despite what everybody else wants, as long as my role model retains her title, I'll be happy.
Well, I'd like to think that joy has come back to you because you knew you were going to start coming on the show with us and talking about it every week. And that's kind of what's reinvigorated your joy in wrestling, is being here with us.
I hope it helps.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, really all I've ever done is this photography thing. And, there's been a couple people who, like I mentioned to you guys when we first chatted, like there's been a couple people. Enjoy Ohio.
What does that mean? If it was me, I'd be nervous. Like, what does she mean?
Yeah, I'd be nervous as heck right now.
Yeah, it felt a little bit like there's something on the end of that. Like, enjoy Ohio. Got to get that. Got to get that heat.
I get out of Ohio faster than LeBron.
It's me in New Jersey.
Wow. but yeah. Doing the show is awesome. It's been fun. I appreciate it.
Same here, brother. Well, guys, it's been fun. Maybe we can go ahead and shut it down, man. But of course, please check out all of our social media platforms, please. At They Call Me Mr. U on the YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Big Mike and the Run-In podcast. EC got he's all over socials, man. So he got stuff going on. Sped is doing his thing out there too. I'm not quite sure about your socials, but if you guys got something that we don't know about, drop it in the comments section under our episode on the YouTube channel or on Twitter, whichever one. It helps us out so we can get you guys some love out there, all right? But it's been fun, man. We're excited about SummerSlam in less than 2 days.
Yes, sir.
You guys are gonna see it. I'll be coming on the back end. But been awesome, man. But appreciate you guys so much, man. Have fun.